Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to Weekly 10s. In today's video we are going to talk about the most expensive foods in the world. Before we start, hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. As the food program explores in Britain's secret saffron story, the red spice is one of the world's most expensive ingredients, worth more per ounce than gold. But what other foods would give the sought-after spice a run for its money? What is it that makes these products so costly? And are they really worth their price tag? Here are a few of planet Earth's most expensive foodstuffs. How many have you tried? 8. Foie gras. Foie gras is a pricey pâté made from duck or goose liver that has been fattened, up to 10 times its normal size. The flavor is rich, buttery, and delicate, and the product expensive, but the birds pay a higher price than we ever will. The geese and ducks are force-fed corn through feeding tubes. It's a practice dating back to as early as 2500 BC, when the ancient Egyptians learned that many birds could be fattened through forced overfeeding. These days, many countries have laws against the practice and the production, import, or sale of foie gras. 7. Kopi Luwak coffee. So, technically it's a drink, but with bags of Kopi coffee selling for up to $700 per kilogram, it's certainly worthy of its place on this list. Kopi Luwak, or civet coffee, is made from coffee beans eaten, partially digested, and then defecated by the Asian palm civet or civet cat. Doesn't sound all that appetizing. 6. Wagyu beef. Wagyu simply translates as Japanese beef, and it can come from any of 4 different breeds of Japanese cow. The meat is intensely marbled with fat, which renders down during the cooking process to make the meat tender, moist, and melt in the mouth. Some fans describe it as falling apart like a soft piece of fish. The high price point is all down to the rearing process. To qualify for the Wagyu mark, the cows have to be reared and fed according to strict guidelines, with calves being given special feed to guarantee the signature fatty marbling. Kobe beef, one of the most highly prized, fetches up to 500 pounds a kilogram in Japan. That's a lot of moonie. 5. Iberico ham. A type of cured ham produced in Spain and Portugal, the finest Iberico ham is from free-range pigs that have a diet of only acorns during the last period of their life. The classification of Iberico ham is extremely strict, with Black Label ham considered to be the very best, produced from purebred Iberian pigs, roaming oak forests and feasting on acorns. On top of that, the ham is cured for a lengthy 36 months. According to the Guinness World Records, the most expensive leg of ham commercially available is an Iberian Manchado de Jabugo, retailing at a whopping 3,192.76 pounds as of the 20th of March 2016. 4. White truffle. Found in the Piedmont region of northern Italy, highly esteemed white truffles will only grow amongst the roots of certain trees, are much scarcer than any other type of truffle, and have a particularly intense flavor and aroma. They can't be cultivated or grown, although folk have tried for generations to farm the truffles, they can still only be sourced in the wild. It is this unpredictability, along with the lengths people go to locate them and harvest them, which results in their hefty price tag. 3. Oysters. Now considered a luxury, oysters haven't always been the food of the filthy rich. In the early 19th century, oysters were as cheap as chips, and an important food source for the working classes in coastal communities. A snack so plentiful that they were used to bulk out meat pies. 2. Caviar. Caviar is the pickled roe of the sturgeon fish and considered one of the world's greatest delicacies. It's tricky to handle and package, but more significantly, it's incredibly rare. The most famous caviar is from the beluga sturgeon, found in the Caspian and the Black Sea. Now critically endangered, very little of its eggs can be sold legally. It takes up to 2 decades for the beluga sturgeon to reach maturity and its adult size. Even rarer is the roe from the albino sturgeon, now almost extinct to its native environment. According to the Guinness World Records, the most expensive caviar recorded is from an aged, possibly 100-year-old, albino beluga sturgeon, whose white caviar sold for about $34,500 per kilogram. My cod, that's steep. 1. Saffron. If your rice is luminous yellow, then the chances are it's been sharing a saucepan with saffron. The spice, nicknamed red gold, is the vivid crimson stigma, or threads, from a crocus flower, and it's used as a coloring agent in food. Why does something so small cost so much? It is, weight for weight, more expensive than gold itself. The reasons are simple. Saffron crocuses only flower for a week or two a year in the autumn. Harvesting the spice is labor-intensive, it's collected and processed by hand, and each small flower has only 3 stigma, which means it takes around 2 football pitches of crocuses to create a kilogram of saffron. That's as many as 300,000 flowers. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.